man.
Yeah, what are you doing out here? There's leftover honey cake in the kitchens.
I'm stuck in prison.
Locked him up in the old storeroom.
Maybe somebody will break me out, hopefully.
The one who killed Grit.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Cerventes, King of My Own Mind. I'm the editor for the Peter Horsbane plays the Game of Thrones. So, we're still watching Peter's commentary, or his lack of commentary. It's still his gameplay, but instead of annotating the entire video like I did in the last episode, this time I'm just gonna commentate over it. So last time, some shit happened. You know, some bad decisions were made. It's just one big bad decision train overall. And now we're Garrett, and as we remember in the last entire chapter or episode,
onions and crab apples.
Garrett got caught murdering Brett, and since Peter chose not to be friends with Doucheface, he decided to turn against us and kind of rat us out to Frostfinger. So now we're just stuck in jail until we're supposed to be executed, and we're just gonna... Well, Peter's just gonna be walking around the cell, you know, looking around, seeing what's in the cell, and, you know, picking up some supplies and junk like that.
Oh, wood's rotten. This is all bloody useless.
Yeah, there's a lot of other decisions that Peter could have made overall that may have left him in a better position.
Probably covered with fleas.
Like making friends with Doucheface, Finn.
Just sand.
But no, instead we all hate each other.
Oh, I'm not getting out that way.
Yeah, since I'm doing this, I can really try to figure
this one
out
looks loose.
what was going through Peter's mind when making these decisions. Probably nothing.
Jared!
Oh, this asshole.
Cotter, what are you doing here?
I heard him talking. You're to be executed in the morning.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
That's why I came. I want to help.
Well, you'd be executed too. Why would you want to help me?
I told you my secret. And you said you were my friend. Well, what kind of friend would I be if I left you to die here?
I like how no matter how big of an asshole you are to this guy, he just comes right back to you.
You're a good man.
But there's a good reason for that, and he kind of gets alluded to that a little bit later.
I want you to take me with you to the North Grove. You know I can't stay here.
Well, actually, they just straight alluded to it right there.
I'd rather not go it alone. So if you're going north, I'm coming with you.
Well, I'm not going anywhere unless I can get out of this bloody storeroom first.
I can try and pick the lock, but I'm not sure it will work. It's rusted a bit inside. I can try, but it may not do any good.
There's a loose stone over here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So as we already saw, we picked up some tools already when we were just wandering around the cell. It's less of a cell and more of a storeroom. We're being stored in a storeroom.
Garrett, what are you doing?
Getting out of here.
Yeah, it's just standard TellTale, clickable, do the objective.
I can see it. It's coming loose.
I'm gonna try to push it out. You pull, all right?
So I've already done a complete playthrough of this, and so I know a lot of what happens with, you know, what's the better decision.
Can you fit through?
There's a lot of long-term decisions that were made early on, and in the last episode, the last part, we saw a few of those long-term decisions. So I think Peter's about to finally say something.
Oh shit. This is pretty crazy.
Eh, it's not that crazy, Peter. But this just shows you, guards at Castle Black are kinda crappy. I kinda feel like this is all stuff you wouldn't have noticed before. I feel like that guard model that we just saw has been reused so many times in this game. I feel like I've seen that one guy in a few different places. I also kind of feel like this was designed to not even be able to fail.
I managed to avoid Finn, but he'll turn us in the first chance he gets. Trust me.
Then we better be ready.
So there was one decision where if you actually made friends with Finn, he's not a threat here. He actually comes out and helps you. Making friends with Finn, it really does help out a lot in the long run, just having an extra person for the next part. So a lot of this is even going to be unfamiliar to me. So in my playthrough, I had Finn and Cotter here, which obviously that leaves a lot of problems because they do not get along with each other, and they each want to do the opposite thing.
We're deserters for sure.
But since it's just Cotter, maybe
We're breaking our vows.
you'll be kind of pushed more to take his side, but still have the option of going up against his views.
And I mean to do it. Vows aren't going to stop me.
They know we're gone now.
Then how fast can you run?
I feel a lot of Garrett's stuff, well, a lot of this whole series, it kind of feels like they're trying to force more of a personality, and the decisions end up feeling a little bit more limited because of that. Oh, this one, the archer named Quiver. That was the guy's name, right? I don't remember.
It's worse than I thought, isn't it?
Roderick! There you are. Lady Forrester!
What's wrong, Mother?
It's Griff. He was arguing with the Maester and things got out of hand.
Oh, this is where
I'm
stuff
coming.
really
What do you mean
starts
to do?
to escalate.
This could be our chance.
He's right. We must hurry before things get violent.
He's gonna see what happens when you harm a member of my family.
So if we remember previously, Gwyn Whitehill begged
rest of my
us
men are
to
still
try
in
to
growth.
be good with Griff,
They could be here in minutes.
but Peter had
Make sure
defied
they're
the
ready
living
to do
crap out of
something.
Griff,
Sounds like a good
and ended up
sign.
getting the crap beaten out of him.
Let's go.
And Arthur. Listen for my
That led to some really bad long-term decisions because Griff ends up just going on a complete rampage. This part's unavoidable. This happens no matter how you handle the previous situation.
I'm coming with you.
It's not safe. You should wait for your brother.
I don't care if it isn't safe. Griff thinks I belong to him. I need to show him I don't.
Together then.
If we also remember previously, Peter actually managed to win the betrothal to her. Mostly due to the royal decree thing. Or whatever it was, the note from the forged note from Marjorie.
Stop this at once.
So the mother was just outside, and now she's already back inside. I feel like that's kind of immersion breaking, maybe. And I feel like this whole scene is useless. Like, why would the guys living here go out of their way to beat the living crap out of the one maester?
Dog to obey his new master. And while you're at it, Elena Glenmore, What are you doing with him? You're supposed to be marrying me!
You? I'd rather marry a dead horse.
You watch your bloody tongue, or I'll give you what I'm giving the Maester.
She'll never marry you, Griff.
She'll do what she's told. And so will he, when I'm through with him. You should have set a better example.
My hand!
Don't believe ya.
You'll pay for this.
So we also found out previously that there is a spy for the Whitehills. But Maester's definitely a potential choice for who the spy would be, but this scene kind of leads the player to think, maybe it's not the Maester, but that would only leave the mother and one of the two Sentinel choices.
Just like your Maester here. You can watch if you like.
Go ahead. Come at me, Griff.
My fucking pleasure.
Oh, this is good. And he fucked up the QTE.
Fancy yourself a
It would have been pretty juicy if he landed the QTE.
Just give up. Not today. Accept it. You're just embarrassing.
What are your orders?
I'm the only one here who gives the orders. What are you waiting for?
Kill anyone that moves.
You heard him.
Ooh.
Stop
Now
now.
that's a little bit of a polar opposite decision that I had made.
You can't do this.
In my playthrough, I was kind of hoping they would kill the big bearded guy
Get your hands off me.
instead of just
Maester,
kill one of the foot soldiers.
Are you all right?
Yes, I think so. My father will go straight to Roose Bolton.
I did warn you.
You gonna hear me? Your friends won't be around forever, Roderick. And when they're gone, I will see that you pay for this!
This is kind of interesting, just because it's a good shot for revenge.
Is this the man you'd rather have? This cripple.
Roderick!
Enough! That's enough! Are you satisfied?
You need to stop.
So the mother keeps wanting you to stop, and of course Elena wants you to keep going.
Roderick!
So here you have the option of brutally maiming him, or you can just back off.
You need to stop.
But right now, he's already at the point where... See, if he had stopped there, he's already at the point where he's
When
maimed
Love
him.
hears of this, don't you realize what they'll do to him? If you kill Griff, Ryan
Oh,
will
this
be
is
the
good.
one to suffer.
Get out of my way.
I can't do that. I want him dead.
So
believe
they're
me,
kind of giving you some
but not
really
at the
conflicting
cost of
stuff
Ryan's
here.
life.
Like, they really wanted you to
Besides,
follow Gwyn
he may still be useful to us.
and, you know, try to strike a truce,
alright.
but then Elena just wants you to completely fuck him up.
Least I could do.
And everyone will remember that.
Confine the Whitehills to the cellars. No one gets in or out.
I feel like Roderick's in a... Hold on a second. Oh, no, that was nothing. I just feel like Roderick's in a really bad position to be giving orders to begin with.
Word cannot reach High Point. You must be sure of it. Not until we want it to.
So the whole time when this was happening, I was
Kill the Ravens.
just constantly wondering
All of them.
what would happen if Gwyn Whitehill found out. Would she turn on you and then start, you know, just dick bagging all over your house with her father? Oh, and this guy.
Fuck you and your queen.
That's enough! So long as you're in my camp, you will obey my
This
orders.
this story
You're gonna
makes me
piss
kind of
off
feel
before
like
a mission.
Daenerys is
You
kind
know what
of...
kind of ship-brain
They're,
fool is
like, they're
that?
trying
One
to
who wants to fucking
make
die out
Daenerys
there.
seem
Have you
like
lost your damn
a
mind?
bad guy in this.
Animal in a cage.
What in the seven bloody hells are you
I will
talking
not let
about?
you bark orders at me.
I'm glad to see you two are getting along. Warms the heart.
I'm not the one with the problem. It's him.
And then Croft. I appreciate, like I mentioned in a previous video annotation, I appreciate what Croft is, but he kind of serves as a kind of a crappy replacement for Dario Naharis.
You could never handle a fair fight, could you?
Deal with your friend. She'll get us all
You
killed.
sound scared, Croft.
This is bloody important.
You afraid your mother will spank you?
You've made your point, Croft. You mind shutting up about it?
I'm about ready to leave both of you behind. You take care of this, Asher.
You think your
So
little
with his
thumb
choice,
can take
Peter
Marine
could
all by
have
itself?
chose to break them both up or side with one of them, and right now he's opposing
What
Croft,
the hell is going on?
which could end badly coming up shortly.
Croft doesn't know
Even though
shit
he's
about
sided with
anything.
Beska's
None
still
of you
gonna
two.
try to beat the crap out
Can't
of
let him
him.
get to you. You're better than that.
It's not just him. You think I give two shits about what Croft had to say? Your fucking uncle is the only reason I'm even here. He told your little dragon queen I would go into Marine with you. You brought me here.
Just talk to me, Beska.
We're done talking.
And here I feel like Beska is being a little bit unreasonable. And even though she clearly doesn't want anything to do with this city, she could at least explain it and even just notice that Daenerys was being kind of a cunt.
Is this what you want?
And it's a PTE fight right now.
Get off me. God. Talk about it.
Beska, it's me. Talk to me.
So here's the part where they're going to try to humanize Beska
I was a slave.
and give a backstory. Now she's at least going to explain
in this fucking
the
city.
backstory for why Beska hates Marine so much.
I was taken from my home when I was only 3 years old. When I was 7, my master threw me in the fighting pits to die.
When my master tired of watching me kill animals for sport, he started sending other children.
It's kind of reasonable why she would hate the city and everything
butchered
that has to do with the
every one
city
of
and all the bad memories.
After a while, I thought.
But this
fear
is
was
something
gone,
she could have
so
at
I'm
least
used to it.
explained beforehand instead of holding it
I
all
did.
in.
I decided my life was worth saving, but theirs were not. There was this boy. We used to play 5 stones in the alley when we couldn't sleep. When I saw him next, he was in that pit with me. I saw the fear in his eyes. That same fear I felt my first time. And I realized it hadn't left me.
So the whole reason Croft was pissed at her is she's been
I still
just
wanted
heavily
it.
drinking all afternoon,
wanted
and
it
he
so
thinks she'll be too much of a mess for the actual mission in Marine.
My master watched as I did it, smiling.
But you can kind of just humanize her a little bit and just give her her space, which is probably the best idea.
Thank you.
That way she'll work better with you. But overall, there's now significant tension basically between everybody in this story arc.
I bought my freedom a long time ago, but I have always hated this place. Hated him. Dizor Zoraza. Because of that.
So they actually gave this guy a specific name. So maybe Peter Horsbane will keep an eye out for this guy.
A city of dead
Who knows?
children.
Maybe he's in the city. Maybe he left the city. Maybe we won't see him at all. Maybe we'll
Don't
see
worry
him
about me.
in the next
I won't
episode.
let you down.
By episode, I mean the next chapter. And he can just kind of leave her to her own devices and just kind of move on. Because of that, he bought some time. which that's good.